Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. And in this video, I'm going to talk about what happens when you try to improve your life. So, for example, let's say you're trying to make more money or you're trying to eat healthier. You're probably going to have people who are trying to discourage you. And I don't know if you ever heard of something called crabs in a bucket. So there's this crab like bucket right here. If there's only one crab, then the crab can like get out of the bucket. But if there's more than one crab, there's multiple crabs, then when you try to get out of the bucket, everyone else is trying to pull you down. And that happens in a lot of things in life, right? And the reason why I talk about that is that you have to be mentally prepared for people to attack you when things get better in your life, right? And that's something that I just thought, in a modern society where we talk about like, equality in all aspects and treating people fairly, that stuff comes out of the woodwork, like some sort of demon taking over and attacking you. You ever see that in other people where like you're thinking like you're trying to improve your life and you tell other people, and then the people are like attacking you out of nowhere, whether it's through their quips or they're just like discouraging you in offhanded ways. Let's say like you're trying to eat healthier and somebody brings like a cheesecake and they say, well, why don't you just live a little or something like that, right? And it's like, dude, I'm trying to improve my life. I'm like incredibly depressed and I'm gaining weight and I'd like to do other things with my life to see like how can I make my life better, and they just want you to stay the same because you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Most of the people in your life are crabs in a bucket, right? And I'll kind of prove this to you, and hopefully you actually don't eat at McDonald's, but you'll notice that if you do eat at like McDonald's or fast food restaurant, Pizza Hut, whatever, nobody really says anything. You ever notice that? Like you eat at McDonald's and then like you just order a Big Mac and fries and a Coke, and that's probably the most like one of the most insanely unhealthy things you could eat. And you could just probably eat it for like several times a week, and nobody will say anything, right? And you probably gain weight, feel unhealthy. Maybe your sleep schedule kind of gets off the more that time progresses, and no one's really going to say anything, right? Because why? Because you're just down there with them, right? But let's say that you're sick and tired of feeling like bad and unhealthy, and this is 2024 is a year that you improve your health, right? I'm gonna start looking at my nutrition. I'm gonna start juicing fruits and vegetables. I'm gonna do a lot of things, and so for example, in my case, when I tell people like, oh man, I'm so into fruits and vegetables, a lot of people are juicing fruits and vegetables. A lot of people really hate hearing that, right? Like I still like get a little bit of shade or hate, and I've been doing it for like I think 10 years, right? People feel uncomfortable, and I'm like, yeah, I'm really intentional with my food choices, and um, I love going to the supermarket and throwing, making juices pretty much every single day. Sometimes the only reason I wouldn't do it is just maybe I'm just too tired out of my mind and don't have any energy to work in a kitchen, but I love doing that. And I don't know a single other person that I've inspired in real life to do it with me. But I did receive a lot of like shade and hate, and but if I just ate like McDonald's or something like that, you don't hear anything, right? Like you don't hear like, what, why are you eating at McDonald's? Don't you know it's gonna like ruin your health, right? You don't hear that, and we actually live in a society that promotes gluttony. You ever notice that? Like, in the past 10 years or so, so many people have gained fame just by eating, tons of food in front of a camera, right? Starting in South Korea. And what's also funny is that these juicers that I love using are from South Korea as well. So take that for what you will. But I'll just give you an example of this, right? Remember this guy, Nikocado Avocado? He got famous in like 2016, but I remember when he was like first starting YouTube, he was like doing vegan stuff, and I was like, all right, that's cool. And then one day, I don't know what day it was, he was just like, oh, being vegan is so unhealthy. So he went like the opposite end of the spectrum, and then this is him in like 2021, I think, and that's 2024. And to be honest, like I probably won't even do a YouTube search because it's so disgusting of the way that he like films his videos. I know it's for shock value, but that's just kind of like the society that we promote, where you can do all these things and then you'll kind of be like congratulated for it in a weird way, right? Or it's almost like a freak show. You ever watch the movie Idiocracy? It almost we're pretty much already there, and I think even when that movie was released, it was just like that was it was obvious that we were headed there even back then, right? And we've gone like um, I don't even know how to explain it, but we're just pretty much there. But back to my point is just that whenever you try to improve your life, expect haters, expect people who don't support you. The hardest thing is that the people that you want to be excited for you, with you together to go on a journey to improve your life, whether this financially, physically, maybe spiritually, they're the ones who are going to bring you down, right? They're the ones who are the crabs in your bucket, like 95% of the time. I'm not saying it's like 100%, but 95% of the time. And you got to be mentally strong about that. And this is how I think of myself now. The way that I think of myself is that I am a king, and what do kings have? Castles. Why do kings have to have castles? Because random people in their life would try to take their stuff away, right? And they try to, infiltrate their castles, take their stuff. And if they don't have the castle, they don't have the guards, they don't have the walls, then all their stuff is gone and they're not a king anymore. And that's how you kind of have to think about yourself, is that you are a king or a queen, right? And once you try to rise up to that level, then you're going to have invaders, haters, people who are going to try to take you down. And you have to build the castle wall, right? You have to build your castle because and people have known this in history, that there's going to be invaders, people who you do not know, trying to take away your castle. Okay. All right, so this is Korean Atlanta Mentorship. Um, if you're interested in joining our group below, go ahead and I'm sorry, go ahead, not take out. Go ahead and click the Google form link below and then put in your information, and we'll get on one-on-one Zoom call. Other than that, I'm still in California because my flight got canceled, but I'll be there. I'll be in Atlanta about 2 days, so I'll just crank out some more videos before I go out to Atlanta. All right, bye everybody.